Hey guys, today I am going to show you how to make elderberry syrup. There is so much going on, and we know we have to keep our bodies healthy, we have to keep them well. And so one of the ways that I make sure that my immune system is up to par is I take elderberry syrup, vitamin C, I drink lemon water each morning before bed. All of those things, those little things that help to keep your immune system up and boosted and in charge, so that you're not so susceptible to all, and I mean all that is going around, right? So we have to keep our temples, we have to keep them well, and we have to, you know, make sure that we take care of ourselves, because self-care is important. So let's get into it. All right, so elderberry syrup, super easy. I used to buy this stuff, super expensive to buy it organic, right? But I was like, you know what? I've got to figure out how to make this, because I'm the kind of girl that I'm like, if I can learn something, I'm gonna learn it. What's the old saying? Give a man a fish, they'll have to come back to you. But if you teach them how to fish, you teach a man to fish for a lifetime. So that is my goal here, is to help you fish today. And what are we catching? What are we doing? We're making elderberry syrup, okay, that your whole family is gonna enjoy, and it's gonna keep them well. And so let's get started. It's super easy, it's not complicated. All you need is elderberries. These are dried. You can buy them fresh if you can find them. That can be hard sometimes, but either way, it'll get the job done. You'll need ginger, and believe it or not, this time of year it can be hard to find, so when you get your hands on it, grab a couple. Cinnamon sticks, ground clove, and honey, and that's all you're going to need. So let's get started. So first of all, you'll only need about 3.5 cups of water. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my pot. Gonna turn it on hot, turn the heat on to hot to get that boiling. And then next I'm going to use about 2/3 of the dried berries. So I've got my measuring cup. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. Try not to be so messy. If you're like me, you can be a messy cook. Alright, so I'm going to put those in there. I'm going to add a little bit more. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. You just kind of taste it and see how you like it, if it's strong enough, sweet enough. Alright, so now that I have my elderberries in there, the next step for me to do is to put the ginger in there. So I'm going to put the ginger, and I'm going to put the cinnamon and cloves in it, and all you need is about 2 tablespoons of ginger. So I'm going to put that in there, and I love ginger. I put ginger in my smoothies, ginger in my lemon tea. It's just so good for you, and it's super healthy. So I'm going to put that in there, and let's see what's next. Let's see, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And guys, I just take a cinnamon stick, about 2 of them, and I just throw them in there because I think they're stronger. So I'll put that in there. And let's see how much ground cloves. 1/2 tablespoon of ground cloves. So let me back up so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I just, you know, give or take a little. Throw that in the pot. What's next? Let's see. And that's it for right now, because the last thing you're going to do after you drain it, then you'll put your honey in it. You'll put your sweetener in it. So I'm just going to stir this up. I need to get me something to stir it. I wasn't ready, guys. All right, this was on the fly. I was like, you know what? I should share this with my viewers because I know there are so many people that would love to know how to make elderberry syrup, and it's super easy. And guys, with so much going around, like I said, this is something you can just make for your whole family. Make sure you take a tablespoon of it each day, 2 tablespoons even, and it's just going to keep you from getting colds and sicknesses and flu and all that kind of stuff. Prayerfully, it'll work for you and your family. It has blessed mine. So I'm gonna let that brew for 45 minutes and then I'll be back. All right. Yeah, there's just so much healing in our foods and the foods that we eat. You know, if we change our diet, we truly change our life, you know, because everything we eat, it affects us in some shape, form, or way. Our thinking, the activities we're able to participate in, every level, the clarity, even spiritually, you know, the foods that we eat make such a difference. And like I tell many people that when I first began my journey, one of the first things the Lord did was change my diet. And people thought, why are you doing that? I got a lot of whys when I first became a vegan. But guys, I accelerated so much in my thinking and my health. And then I kind of graduated to being a vegetarian because the vegan was just for a season, I believe. And even the vegetarian, the Lord was doing something in me. He was clearing out my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, on all levels. He was making me new, right? And even in the Bible, you see Daniel, the Bible says that he did not eat off of the king's table, but he requested that he would be able to eat vegetables and that he could eat dairy-free foods, basically. And the Bible says that Daniel was sharper and wiser than all of his peers. And there's something to be said about that, right? And lo and behold, we have the Daniel fast, right, that many people do once a year, twice a year for some. And it's powerful, the Daniel fast. You have many people that go on the 21 Daniel fast the first of the year. And in fact, for those of us who celebrate Rosh Hashanah, which is coming up in September, I'll be going on a fast and I'll talk more about that with you all. It's a corporate fast for that particular time. So I need to really begin to count the days up to see when I'm going to begin and start. So I will let you all know about that. But Rosh Hashanah is the new year for those in the spirit. It is the spiritual new year. We will move from 81 until 82. Okay. And so there is so much that I can share about that. I'm not going to do it in this video because this is not the time or the place, but we were talking about fasting. So I thought, you know what, this is a perfect time just to share, to get you thinking about maybe if you would like to participate. It gets you to think about if that's something you would want to get on board with. It's powerful. You know, we know many people, they do the Daniel fast at the beginning of the natural year, but this is the beginning of the spiritual year. And we know that God's children, his people, are always 10 steps ahead of the game. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about what that looks like for me. I will begin to reflect on all of the things that all of my goals, the visions that I set out, my vision board. I'll take a look at it to see where am I, what have I accomplished, what has God allowed me to see come to fruition. And I'll tell you right now, most of my goals on my board, the Lord has already answered those prayers. So making a vision board, writing the vision down, it is so powerful, you all. And so I will talk more about that in another video. But yeah, guys, we have to be very mindful about what we put in our body. It makes a difference. Don't let anybody deceive you and say, oh, well, you should enjoy yourself. Eat whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It does matter. Yes, you should enjoy yourself from time to time. Everything in moderation. But you do have to learn how to eat to live and not to live to eat. Because the Bible speaks about how some people have made their bellies their gods. Basically, they don't have self-control. And the food is overpowering them. The food regulates them. It regulates their emotions, everything. If they have a bad day, you got to have a burger and fries. And trust me, we've all been there, guilty, okay? But the Bible teaches us that we should not allow our gods to be our belly. And so fasting is such a powerful way to get control over the flesh so that the spirit can rule, right? Because we know there is no good thing in the flesh. But the spirit, man, the spirit is strong, right? And we want to strengthen our spirit, man. All right, guys, it should be ready. So let me actually get my strainer and we will go ahead and get started to the next step. Hold on. Okay, guys, so I've got my elderberry juice in my measuring cup. And I've got the cup of honey, which is so beautiful. And I'm just going to pour it into the syrup. I'm going to show you guys. I'm sorry. I should have it more where you can see what I'm actually doing. I'm not a professional though, right? Doing the best I can. Just a girl that's doing the best that I know how. All right. So I've got the honey and the elderberry. Woo! Man. Look how rich that looks, guys. Can you see how dark and beautiful that looks? Much better than the pre-made stuff that you get in the store because it's fresh. Everything's better fresh. And it's so easy. Why wouldn't you just take the time, guys, and make it yourself, right? Don't be lazy. Anything worth having is you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and do it, right? All right. So I'm just going to stir that a little bit more. And I'll do a little taste test. I'll do that in a little bit. Oh, I better do it now. Let's see. Oh my gosh. It's so good, y'all. So much better just to make stuff yourself. It's so much fresher. Alright, so I've got my strainer here in my bottle. And I'm about to pour it into here. Okay guys, so this is the final product. I just used my little tunnel and strainer and I strained the elderberries juice into this little bottle and we're ready to go, guys. I'm so excited. It tastes so good. And so this will last us probably, I don't know, a couple weeks because it's a family of 5, a couple of weeks, tablespoon a day. They really suggest you only take it like on the weekdays and then don't take it on the weekends. Give your body a break from it for whatever reason. And it's more effective, they say, to do it that way. So this will last me probably 2 weeks and then I'll be up here making this stuff again. But yeah, it's powerful stuff. You know, everything we need, everything is in our fruits, it's in our vegetables, it's in the herbs. What did the Bible say? You know, what is the saying? Let thy food be the medicine. I don't know, maybe what is his name? Hypocrisies? I don't know. Whatever. He probably said it, but it came from the Bible. Let your food nourish you. Alright guys, that is it. I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. As always, you are the head, not the tail, above only and never beneath. See you next time.